with the KX News Storm Team.
Welcome back to KX News at 10. I'm meteorologist Michael Gonzalez, and wow, was it a cold morning this morning. We had almost a half dozen of our stations, towns across the western part of our viewing area that got to 20 below or even colder. Poplar, Montana, over there in northeastern Montana, got to 26 below. Not only were they the coldest in our viewing area, but also the coldest across the entire lower 48 of the United States. So we were the coldest across the whole country, as it fairly often is in the wintertime, and across some of our other locations, generally between 10 and 15 below, especially across the southwestern and northwestern parts of North Dakota. And cold is the name of the game for the last 48 hours or so. Right now, we are back down there in the 0 to single digits below zero range across much of the region. The Highway 83 corridor generally within a couple degrees of zero. And as you go west, it generally gets colder, sitting between 5 and 10 below across much of western North Dakota, and 16 below out there at Wolf Point, which has been one of the colder spots over the last 24 hours. Temperatures should hang around this range for much of the rest of the night. We shouldn't get a whole lot colder thanks to southerly winds behind a high pressure system that just drifted through. And wind chills, brought to you by Absolute Comfort Plumbing and Heating, are generally in the 10 to 20 below zero range at the moment. And these near 30 below readings out here towards western North Dakota, these can cause frostbite within 15 to 30 minutes. So if you're going to be outdoors, be sure to bundle up because it is feeling really brisk tonight. Fortunately, the winds are going to die down, so these wind chills should warm just a little bit, but overall with those low temperatures, actual observed air temperatures in the single digits below zero, that will mean it is going to be feeling cold no matter how high the wind is. The satellite is showing a quiet picture across North Dakota, just a few low clouds hanging around the Bismarck and Lake Skakawea area, and in fact we could see a few patches of fog in that area just downstream of the lake. The winds are out of the south-southwest tonight, so some potential flurries and low clouds might be in the Minot area here in the next couple of hours, and across much of the area we will be watching for perhaps a few patches of fog once again, similar to what we had this morning, but not expecting any accumulating snowfall with any of those flurries. The general picture right now shows that high pressure system that brought us those really frigid temperatures has since drifted off to the southeast. We are in a state of southerly winds at the moment, which should prevent temperatures from dropping nearly as cold as we saw, though we could still see a 20 below reading in somewhere in eastern Montana later tonight. And we have a weak cold front that's going to be approaching from the northwest tomorrow, and it's not going to drop temperatures substantially. And in fact, we will be warmer tomorrow, but it will prevent us from reaching 20s or even lower 30s as we might on Tuesday. As I had mentioned, we're going to see those low temperatures generally where they are right now, so about single digits below zero for much of the region, with the exception being teens below zero over towards the North Dakota-Montana border. The cold spot once again, and winds will be on the lighter side until that weak cold front rolls through early on Monday afternoon. Gusts could get up to perhaps 20 to 25 miles per hour, and it will once again become a little breezy there as we move into your Tuesday. Monday, we should have high temperatures broadly in the mid to upper teens, so about 10 degrees warmer than we had today. And as we move into Tuesday, good news, we are going to have a warm front that rolls through. Could bring a few flurries and light rain showers, but those rain showers are because we could be approaching the freezing mark there on Tuesday afternoon. Of course, there will be a cold front that will follow once we get past Tuesday, but for now we can look forward to potentially approaching that freezing mark for that afternoon. Taking a look at Williston's next 5 days, we see that after that cold front comes through, we'll be back in single digits for highs in Williston, but then back to 30 for Thursday. So it's a bit of a temperature roller coaster. We'll see that reflected at Dickinson as well. Slight chance of a flurry or light shower there on Tuesday, but then much colder for Wednesday, but then back up to freezing by Thursday. And Minot's next 7 days reflect the same temperature roller coaster pattern, going from 16 on Monday to 29 on Tuesday, then 8 on Wednesday, but then back to 26 on Thursday. And Bismarck just about the same. We're just going to be flip-flopping through much of the work week, and then perhaps another snow system moves through Friday into Saturday. It's still a little bit far up, but we could be looking at perhaps a few inches of snow. We'll have to see. Tyler?
With this weather, December 1st in an hour, I can almost hear Mariah Carey saying it's time. Well, you know what I'm talking about?
I've already listened to it at least once in the last week, but now we can start playing on repeat with these times.
Now we really can. We'll be sick of it by the new year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. Coming up next in sports, it's